Just setting off for a walk down the River Greta from Burton in Lonsdale, which is not too far away from Oyster Farm holiday cottages. In fact, it's a good half an hour's walk down to the start, and then another half an hour for the walk, I suppose. So it's a lovely walk. Just takes you through Greta Woods to begin with, and then wind down to the river, follow the river along. Hope you enjoyed the walk anyway. If there's anything interesting en route, I'll let you know about it. It's been raining quite heavily yesterday, so I'm expecting it to be a bit muddy in places. Pity really, because it's been lovely over the summer up to now. It's had a bad day yesterday. At least the sun's shining today. It's always a lovely walk, is this. A bit wet underfoot. Got to be careful you don't slip on these stones. Got a couple of walking poles with me to give me a little bit more balance on them. It's not too bad in this section. Beautiful sunshine streaming through the trees. You can hear the river now as well. Not many people walk here. I don't know why. It's a really beautiful place. Just take you down to have a look at the river. First view of it anyway. There we go. Can't get too close to it down here. We'll get closer later on. I'll show you one or two of the little places up here. Sometimes come here on my quad bike and have a run through these woods in the winter, particularly when it's a bit muddy to walk and or icy. I come on the quad bike, which is always good fun. Little bridge here, and you can wander all through these woods. You're welcome to wander all through them. Owned by the Woodland Trust, so they're very open with the use of them. And it's so beautiful in early spring when the ransoms, like the wild garlic and the buttercup and the bluebells. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going uphill here now, so it's quite a good track, this. I'm going to branch off here. The main track goes straight ahead. There, we're branching off to the right. And this is where it gets a little bit dodgy in places. duck. It's not as wet as I thought it would be. It's normally much worse than this in winter. Be careful on these roots, they can be quite slippy, tree roots. I'm going to turn off right here. Don't know that I can get down this way because I've not been down for a while, but it takes you to some stone steps which we call the Victorian steps. But they were built or laid down here in Victorian times. Here we are. Used to be a walk from the church in Burton in Lonsdale to do on a Sunday after the service, and it was obviously much better maintained in those days. Full of moss, these steps, and you've got to watch your footing on them. River below me there. We go straight on here. This is the dodgy bit. I've got the action camera on, so if we go flying you'll get a good action shot of it. Nearly did then. I brought a machete up here a couple of years ago and cut all this back, but it's run over a bit now. Well, not so bad. There we are, that's that little bit done. Now drop down here to a tiny little stream which isn't even running. Quite surprised with the amount of rain we had yesterday. There's nothing in it, but that's good. And arrived at a stile. It's a public footpath, this, so there's no restrictions here as long as you keep to it. A dodgy bit here going down, or can be, but as I say, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, so that's okay. The fishing in this river is either very, very good or very, very bad. You've got to get it just right. If it's not got much water in, there'll be nothing. You've just got to catch it right on a flood and the tide's right down in Morecambe Bay. And then you get a migration up here of salmon and sea trout. You also get a migration of otters who come and strip the pools out if you're not careful. But they're a rare species. There we are, the river's down there. There's, I would imagine, or should say, there's about an average flow of water in it today. There's quite a steep field to the left, and we used to go skiing down there in winter, or we do go skiing down there in winter if there's any snow around. Get quite a good ski down. Good fun anyway. Used to bring our kids down here and they used to love it, and hours down here. I'm just looking for a way down, actually. I might have missed it. Just retrace my steps a little. Just trying to show you the river, really. Here we are. I think this is it. I don't know how far along here I can get. It's probably got grown over. And bit on the dodgy side really, to be quite honest with you. Certainly nobody's been down here for a while by the look of it. Sometimes the fishermen come down. In fact, they've built some places to fish from down here, and rod rests and things like that. But can't just remember exactly where they were. Bit of a dodgy bit here, but never mind. We'll attempt it. There we are. There's the river anyway there. It's about average flow, as I say. Nothing spectacular. But I'm going to get up a bit now, if I can. I'm getting a bit too old for this actually. Oh, what's that that's flown over? Like an owl, just flew in front of the camera. I don't know if we caught it. But you get quite a lot of herons around here as well. It could have been a heron. Didn't get a look at it, to be quite honest with you. I'll keep the camera rolling. River Greta is the name. It was used in the past for many things: mills, little mills, potteries, brickworks, for turning machinery, and there's lots of industrial remains around here, so we will come across some a bit later, but there's not much left of them now. Now here's another dodgy bit. I remember this bit. As I say, it's a bit since I've been around here, so just have to bear with me. The last time the bank had dropped away a bit, so it was even more dodgy. You can see the platform there that the fishermen have built. They did that a few years ago. So let me just dodgy this bit. One of the fishing pools where the salmon and sea trout hang about once they've made their hazardous journey from Morecambe Bay up the River Loon and eventually into the River Greta here. Right, here we are. Boom boom, we're here. Used to be a seat here, they must have taken it down, so you could sit here and watch the birds. Lots of birds here. Kingfishers, dippers, grey wagtail, herons I've mentioned before. They're the common ones. Chaffinch, of course, lesser spotted woodpecker, greater spotted woodpecker should I say. I've seen otters in here, not very often, because they only come up when there's some fishing, like salmon, sea trout, and the fishermen love them, of course. A fisherman's friend. No, they don't, they hate them. This is new to me. Somebody's built some steps up here, so this is a little bit easier than I was expecting. So there we go. My God, they built some out of tree trunks here. You don't need to come down here at all, by the way. You can stop up at high level, which is probably a safe thing to do. It's coming up there now and out into the sunshine again. But I did that for the benefit of my viewers. I hope you appreciate it.